was not meant to happen. This could not happen. This is happening.
Welcome back, everybody. Episode 26 of the Coach's Son podcast. Here with my fellow co-stars, James and Stephen. We have an exciting episode here for you. Since our last episode, there has some big things happening in the football world. So in the French league, PSG has claimed another title. In the German league, undefeated Bayer Leverkusen have managed to lift the trophy. Unbelievable. 50 undefeated in all competitions. And of this morning, Manchester City have lifted their fourth title in a row, never been done before. Very exciting. Lots happening this week. And we're doing a bit of a season, probably an end of season recap just real quickly, but we've also got an exciting segment on to jump into. But did you guys catch any games this morning? How'd you feel?
Big 10 game goal rush. Not gonna lie, obviously when you get offered like a big 10 game goal rush, you do a 10 game BYO multi. I was close. Hey, I got 6 out of 10, but the 4 that I missed out, one of them was just like a corner. The other one was just 2 shots on target. Like, it was close. I'm not going to tell you what the odds are because, you know, gamble responsibly. But, however...
That was going to be my question. How much cut? You have to. You've mentioned that.
Just going to bleep it out.
I was paid $380,000. And I'm watching the games, I'm going, this is happening. Like, it's going to happen. 100%. Like, I'm watching, I'm buzzing. And then, yeah, obviously the main game was the City game. They're crossing over to, as the goals were coming in. But, you know, I was watching Spurs, obviously, seeing them finish the season on a high.
Good win.
Get 3 points, which is great. And obviously we found the winner of the Premier League title. Was there any doubt?
Oh, it was nice that it went to the last day, but I don't think anyone really had any doubt, to be honest. Very convincing.
Never any doubt. We were all so calm watching the game, leading up to the last couple of weeks. Never in doubt. And I'm like you, James. I had Spurs on my phone, lying in bed, watching them cruise to victory. What a great way to finish the season. And goal rush on the TV. So didn't really miss
plenty
so
of
much
goals
action.
this morning, eh? Plenty of goals.
It usually is the last game of the season.
Especially the games where, like, you know, a team can't go any lower or higher on the table. Their fate's already sealed regarding relegation as well. And they're just out there putting on a show, one last hurrah, especially getting get relegated or, you know, whatever it may be. So, and then you got obviously like teams like, you know, Villa, who were pretty much still hungover. I think they probably had about a whole case of beer before they went onto the field because they qualified for the Champions League.
Yeah.
No, they were never going to turn up. I mean, Emery would be blowing up deluxe, but Palace have been impressive these last few weeks.
Very good.
These last couple of months, so you have to say. But never in doubt. Phil Foden, who I believe he won the Player of the Year as well. 2 goals, first half. See you later. Pack it up. Never in doubt.
Yeah. It's
for
unbelievable player this
After-
year.
Maybe
right?
next
after the
year someone
second
can give him a
minute.
challenge.
Yeah, hopefully. Liverpool. They won it at Christmas anyway, Liverpool. So,
Absolutely.
all right.
Stop watching from there.
yeah. Bit like
Liverpool
fantasy.
weren't leading at Christmas.
We did say
They won the
goodbye
Christmas
to our...
Cup, didn't they?
We did say goodbye to Mr. Klopp this morning. It was very sad, to be honest. I'm probably on about 3 hours sleep, which is no good because I watched the ceremony and everything at the end of the game. It's a good
Talking about
send-off.
that, I didn't see the red card, but standard Liverpool will just gift Jurgen Klopp the win in his last game for Liverpool.
If you haven't
They
seen the
always
red
do.
card, you can't just say gifted.
Gifted, it was.
Scott,
I know, I
It
did.
was a party
Play a
gift.
night, Bo, send it. There you go,
No.
Klopp.
Let us know what happened. I didn't see the red
Wasn't
card.
he singing the Arne Slot song as well?
Yeah,
in
he
his,
did.
farewell?
He did in the presentation. He
He
did.
needs a rest.
He's wild. He can do whatever he wants.
He
Eh?
needs
He's
a rest.
wild. He's wild.
He needs
He
a
was
rest.
singing it with his dentist. It was
Well,
wild.
quick, obviously, before we go into our main segment, you know, how would you rate Liverpool's season?
Look, it was definitely better than last, but it was a little bit disappointing how it ended. But I think everyone just ran out of steam I think maybe
Ran out of
attention
energy.
might have run out of
People
energy.
were tired.
People were tired. I think the Klopp situation probably caused a bit too much attention, to be honest, and it was just all eyes on Liverpool for a bit too much, and they ran out of gas. No excuses. It was just a bit shit, and it was just at a bad time. But I'm pretty content with it. Back into Champions League.
Got a trophy?
And we got a trophy too. So we have to wait until next year, see how we go. And mention it, we got a trophy, but I know a team that didn't this morning. I know a team that did it this morning.
Well, I was going to ask. I mean, even though you came third, it's pretty much like coming second. But you guys got a trophy this year.
Absolutely. You know what it is? It's just the cabinet's a bit dusty, but there's something in there. There's still something in there. You know what I mean? Arsenal Football Club did not accomplish everything that they wanted this year, unfortunately. Right until the last day, I think they were still a little bit hopeful, and it just didn't happen for them. Look,
did you guys see the
unbelievable season?
Did you see the footage at the Emirates? I think one of the Everton fans started a rumor that West Ham came back 2-2, and there was a section of the Arsenal fans were going like this, and they were celebrating and cheering. It was like the 96th minute as well, and they were buzzing.
There was that photo brilliant. Circled around in a couple of group chats this morning too, that they prepared like the trophy lifting celebrations too. Yeah, and they had a bunch of stuff at the stadium ready to go.
They had to. I saw that the night before. Yeah, they had to have it all there. Not like it's going to happen.
To be fair, though, same thing happened to Liverpool back a few years ago when we went to the last day against City too.
Happened to Liverpool about 3 times.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They've got 3 though. So I don't know what Liverpool's talking about.
Exactly.
Hey, live in the moment, mate. Live in the moment.
Live in the moment.
They're Jurgen's parting gifts.
Absolutely.
Well, let's get to it. We've got a big fun segment.
Yeah, why are we here? Tell us.
This is why we're here. Everyone loves goals, right? Everyone loves goals. So we've individually we've collected our top 10, ranking from 10 to 1, goals of the Premier League season, and we're going to try and combine them, come up with a coach's son top 10 goals of the season. So plenty of wild goals this year. You forget some of them too as the year goes on, but then obviously casting memory back, you think what goals they are. So we'll start off with obviously number 10. Working 10 to 1, and then we'll leave some special mentions after if you guys have any special mentions. But number 10, who wants to kick us off?
Steve, what do you do it? Jump in.
No. I'll say mine to last for number 10.
Here we go. James is ready.
I'll kick us off, and it's not definitely the most memorable goal, right? But I loved it. It was Mateta's goal against Newcastle. It was one where Eze had the ball out wide, ball into Mateta's feet, one touch into Ayew, 1-2 in behind, Ayew one touch in behind the defence, Mateta one touch finish. It was just the simplicity and the fluidity of the goal. I just loved it. It had to be in there for me. I was going to put it as my special mention, but I thought, no, I'll put it in my top 10. Just the fluidity of football, and this makes football such a joy to watch, that kind of goal. Just a simple, fluid motion of play. That was beautiful. Just one touch football, ball into feet, one touch knock off, one touch behind, one touch finish. Bing, bang, bomb, goal. So that's my number 10.
Yeah.
Just want to touch on Mateta. I'm sure I heard this morning that he's the first Palace player to score a hat-trick at Selhurst Park.
You're correct.
That's incredible. In the Premier League era. Obviously,
to be
there
fair,
may have been some previous.
Once their new coach actually came in, he's actually been the leading scorer in the Premier League with 12 goals.
Really?
Since the end of the season.
But see, I mean, and I think that goal just epitomises what I think they've let him do. Obviously, they've got those flair plays in Eze and Elise as well. And it's like final third, it's like, boys, just play. Just get out there and play. And that goal, that's what it says. It's just the boys playing football. Just like coming down and watch us play. Just playing football, play what we see.
He's stepped up definitely, because Edouard was definitely the starter in that team. Got injured, he came in, proved himself now, and 12 goals, which is unbelievable in the second half of the season. So shout out to Mateta
coming in and out. So yeah, Mateta is and what's his name? Elise, those front three. If they stayed at Palace, who knows what could happen
Right,
next
Steve,
year.
why don't you add it in? Put in your
All
2
right.
cents. What do you got?
2 cents. You like one. Cast your minds back to this amazing game. It was Liverpool's only loss in the first half of the season. It's an incredible goal for more ways than one. Listen, well, hey, cheer up, Adam, mate. It was your first loss of the year. How can you not put this one in your top 10?
Well, what is the
Beautiful
lead?
play down the right-hand side. I think it's Pedro Porro. Amazing ball in from the right-hand side. And Matip, beautiful finish into the top corner in the 96th minute. Liverpool thought they were going to go undefeated that year. No, this year. No. Matip scores a cracker, 96th minute. That's my number 10. Enjoy. You all agree. Let's leave it there.
Lack of respect. Lack of respect.
But how can you not have it in there?
Come
on,
yeah,
please, James,
Honestly, I thought about
See?
it. To be honest with you,
I'm gonna-
I thought about it.
I'm going to move on so I don't get upset. I'm going to move on. It happened this morning. I'm going to give it some credit, but I don't know. It could potentially have gone higher, but I'm going with Caicedo, the half-field shot this morning.
Number 10.
Coming off. Yeah, I know. I mean, from quality for what it was, but he also did have a fair bit of time. I don't know. It was Beckham-esque, would you say?
Number 10.
Yeah, I mean, plenty.
Caicedo.
At number 10.
Plenty
Mr.
of others in
Caicedo.
front of him. Hey, this guy just put Matthew.
Caicedo,
At least I
Beckham.
can put Caicedo in there.
I don't know.
gonna-
What was the last minute winner?
Hang on, I'm
It
not
was-
denying it. I've got Caicedo higher than 10. He scored from halfway.
Listen, hey, can score from halfway.
That you could score from halfway?
Yeah, but yes, Caicedo's going as my number 10. He's going as my number 10.
All right. Do you want to pick which one for number 10 of those three or what?
No,
yeah.
because we're going to have a lot of double ups, so it's going to be hard
Alright.
to pick. I reckon
Let's
we pick a
move on.
top 5 at the end.
Oh, let's move
All
on to
right.
number 9. Number 9, I've gone for Mitoma against Wolves, the individual
Ooh.
effort. Solo run from pretty much halfway out wide. A lot of pace, a lot of skill, a lot of composure as well. So that's my number 9.
Yeah, it's a good shout. I won't
Thanks.
say where I put it, but yeah, you know what? I'll touch on a bit more later on when I pick it. But hey,
okay.
it was a fantastic goal. Mine was Mainu's goal versus Wolves in the United versus Wolves game to score and win in stoppage time, which was his first goal for the club. I thought it was quite sublime. Played a couple of 1-2s, bent it into the far right hand corner for a young kid to do that. Yeah, I thought it was pretty
nice
special.
goal. I actually had both of your ones that you just both meant, but a little bit higher up in my list. But I actually went with Anderson from Crystal Palace against United, the last minute finish. I remember the conditions were torrential, mate, in that game, and back post, unbelievable shot, top bins.
Yeah.
Anderson, you definitely don't see him scoring any goals like that, so it was pretty special, I think.
But it doesn't
like
surprise me.
because-
It doesn't surprise me because he's
Palace
got
just
great
put out a lot.
technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've to be honest with you, I want to touch on that goal bit down the track myself. So,
Ooh.
There we go, mate.
So,
Hey,
yeah.
come on,
Nice.
sing alike, eh? Whoa.
Yeah,
All right.
all right. Maybe there wasn't
There's
too many good goals of
yeah,
Costas
true.
picking the same ones.
So, as I say, I reckon we could probably we're going to have to pick a top 10 between three of us. Anyway, moving on to number 8. I've gone to the Manchester Derby, Marcus Rashford goal. Obviously, United didn't have
it's
their,
good to hear.
their best season this year, but there's a couple of individual brilliance, you can say. And one being that strike from Rashford. That's a
Good
great
finish.
hit. That's a great finish.
That took them up. They were leading at the beginning of that game after that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a.
For about a
And
couple of
it was
minutes.
just, one of these ones from Rashford.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gosh.
very
That's when he come back. I was after his big night out.
one of these ones.
I remember, right?
He's wild. He's wild.
Yeah, it was
they,
wild.
they punished him with a start. So that goes, but you're going to do an independent in-house investigation, and we'll punish him when he starts the next day.
Yeah, Anthony would have done it better, but Phil's on.
Absolutely.
Number 8, I had Dominic Solanke versus Luton. This is the goal where he gets the ball bobbling up. He gets it with the man up his ass on the 18. He flicks it between his legs and then dinks the goalkeeper. Another bit of individual brilliance from the big man. I thought that was a pretty spectacular goal.
He had a really good season, didn't he? She was Solanke.
Sure did.
Right, number 8 for myself. Coming back from a lot of injuries, I had Hudson-Odoi against Burnley. He managed to pull the same technique off a couple of times during the season. Cuts in from the left straight onto his right, curls it, top right corner. I mean, Forrest didn't do too great, but I think Hudson-Odoi had a good comeback season. So that is my number 8.
They certainly had some good moments in the Premier League this year, Forrest.
Yeah.
And they just have to stay up.
Yeah, they did.
Especially have a couple of deductions too, so they've done very well. Number 7. Moving on.
7.
Flying through
7.
this.
I'll touch on this one first
right.
because
You go first,
you've already just mentioned it, mate. So I put number 7 at this one here. Rashford.
Rashford,
Incredible
number 7.
strike. Yeah.
Okay.
It was quite an incredible strike. First
It
time
was a
here.
good strike.
Long ball over the top. Someone laid it off. No one cares about it later off.
Hold it there for a bit longer.
Keep thinking. All right, well, I'll go next. I've got McAllister versus Fulham. This is the first goal for Liverpool too. I think he really put him onto the he bursted onto the Liverpool scene with this goal. Big strike.
Burst.
He didn't
Say
burst.
burst.
I
I
mean,
mean,
he didn't
like-
burst. He's not no making
No. But I'm not saying because he, first goal. I'm saying because it was in December, that goal. So if it was in like
Wasn't
August,
it? Yeah,
September,
it was
sure, burst onto the scene then.
so yeah, he's
I don't care if that's his-
garbage. Actually,
he's
now that I
fucking
think about it,
shit.
Oh,
he's garbage.
Yeah.
How have you not
But
put that
still,
higher?
the goal.
How's the Matip your number 7?
On the, that's going to be a special mention, man. That's going to be a special class itself. On the volley, clean strike, top bins, some fair distance out as well. It wasn't like he was just outside the box too. So that's a big strike. Great control. Great control.
Very good
finish.
I actually had, you had mentioned James before, I actually had Matoma's run at my number 7. So that was him against Wolves. Big goal. He got injured towards the end of the season and didn't show up too much in the second half, which is a bit of a shame. But that happened earlier in the season. That brilliant goal. Individual brilliance. Bravo. Moving on to 6.
No, Stephen, I'm seeing you haven't had Rashford number 7. Sorry, my apologies. Moving on to number 6.
Calm
At
down.
number 6, I actually had the Anderson goal. At number 6. For a centre back, like you said, in those conditions as well,
Yeah.
the controlled finish on the volley, I'm pretty sure he put his laces through it too. Like, that's unbelievable. That's a big finish. I don't care if you're a centre. The fact that he's a centre back as well makes it even better. But the way he's able to still control it with his laces and just nurse it into the top right hand corner, bravo.
It was a good one.
Yeah, big bravo. What are we up to? 6?
6.
I have gone the Cole Palmer goal against the Luton. Now, if you remember, this was over the Christmas period. James, you would have been overseas at this stage. And this is where the celebration came from this game. The trickery when he rolled it over his foot, went around the keeper, and the composure for the two defenders just come in sliding. See you later. Just taps it in the net. I thought that was incredible.
Was really good, wasn't it? Number 6, all right. Everyone has sort of gone past this young man, because he had a bit of a rough season and ended up going on the bench a little bit too much toward the end. This was Darwin Núñez against Brentford.
Oh my
Cheeky
God.
dick. Come on.
Are you talking about the one where he's 1-on-1 and he's dinked the standing goalkeeper?
Oh, all right. He was, oh, fuck. Like anyone could
Why
do
is
it.
it
Yeah, let me
higher?
get my-
Hang on.
I thought this would have been 1 or 2.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I don't question any of your selections.
You know what? I was going
That
through a couple of
finish
goals before,
was
and I
sublime.
started when I saw that, I started laughing because I knew it was going to come up at some
You
stage.
didn't mean it to go that high.
Listen,
How
it
do you
doesn't
know?
matter.
You
It
and
happened.
Jurgen Klopp both shit yourselves as soon as you saw him dink it. You both thought, "What the fuck
Please.
has he just
No
done?"
way. I was sitting down with a dupio. I was relaxing.
Yeah,
I knew it was
Jurgen
going
didn't
in.
see it. He was sleeping, mate. He's tired.
Anyway, Darwin number 6 for me against Brentford.
Bravo.
Big finish.
Big finish. Good nomination. Number 5. I've actually gone for Oscar Bob versus Newcastle.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
What a game it was. De
yeah.
Bruyne had just come back from his injury, came on, put on a masterclass. But let me tell you about that goal, because a lot of people would look at that goal and think it looked simple. I'm telling you now, it looked simple. That wasn't simple. Number one, to put that ball under pressure into a little pocket of space, just outside the keeper's area, in behind the defence. Number one, what a pass.
Yeah.
Number two, this guy's a young guy coming in. What a first touch.
Yeah, the touch was unbelievable.
That first touch on the bounce on the half volley to bring it down perfectly, to keep it away from the keeper and the defender and put it right in your path. Unbelievable. And then the presence of mind to not just lash at the ball, to tack it past the keeper with another touch and then slot it home.
And in the same
Right.
moment, same movement almost,
So-
with 1-2 touch, bang.
Unbelievable. I was almost
In the
going to
last
I probably
minute.
should have put it higher. But
Look,
I
it's a
think
bit much.
the quality of these players makes it look a lot easier than what that actually is. So I thought that was absolutely fantastic. So that's my number 5 in my top 5.
Very good. Steve, how about yourself?
I have gone Caicedo from this morning. I just think if that's done last month, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, we're looking at it as a different goal, because the bloke struck it from halfway. That's not easy to do.
No.
And he's been given so much shit this year. I think it's a great finish.
Yeah, it was a nice way for him to finish, to be honest. It was. He did cop flack.
Yeah, it's definitely
of
worth
play.
100 mil.
Yeah, 100%. All right, number 5, I actually had the Kobe Mainu goal against Wolves. I think this is when the Kobe Mainu effect came into play after this goal. This is when his, rise to fame started actually kicking in, and England nominations and all this type of thing. So that was an unbelievable game, and coming into the last minutes of the game, and for him to do that, Steve mentioned, quick 1-2 through the guy's legs, and the placement, like how calm and collected he was to make that finish happen. That's going into my number 5 slot.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. Number 4. I've gone another Crystal Palace player. That's my third one. Olise versus Luton. He's got the ball back to the goal at the halfway line, taps it around the defender, shows some space, shows some pace to get around the defender. Defender's still goal side of him. Takes it from almost halfway to the 18-yard box. A little shimmy inside onto his left foot, and then on the edge of the box on the side, just whips it. Far post, side netting. Thank you very much. And I think, obviously, we've seen a lot of goals this year where, whether it was the right footer or the left footer coming inside and whipping it into the far post. But I think this on the fact that he's received the ball on the halfway line, had a bit of individual brilliance about it as well, the sense that he's taken the defender on, he's beaten the defender, he's beaten him again on the edge of the box, and then he's found the far post. So that's the reason why I've put that one in my top 4.
Yeah, I can tell we haven't really put too many of those where they've whipped it into the far
There's so
corner.
many of them.
So there was a lot. There was
plenty.
And they do look nice when they come off, but it's hard to narrow them down. But that one obviously special, running quite a fair distance there. I've actually gone a big moment. Another big moment from this morning. There would have been a lot of nerves in the Etihad Stadium. 2 minutes in, Phil Foden takes the ball on his back foot, absolutely kills the defender, and just like Gareth Bale used to do, whips it into the top left-hand corner. That was the first thing that I thought of this morning. Gareth Bale, right there. I think that's pretty much won the title in the first 2 minutes there, killed all the nerves, and City, I won't say cruise, it was 2-1 at one stage, but really, set them off to an incredible start to last game of the season to then go on and win the title.
I think you're right. The way that he received the ball on that back forward, I think it was Ward-Prowse. He sold Ward-Prowse an absolute dream, and Ward-Prowse ended up with nothing, with absolute air. And he's just taken him to the cleaners that turn. But even Ward-Prowse, for the second goal too, wasn't tracking back, so he did a bit of a shocker himself. But the way that in that one movement, he didn't even need to touch the ball. The way he's just movement, sold him the dream, and they just took the ball away straight away. What a finish. I agree. Good goal.
Thank you.
Steve, you actually read my mind, mate. I went for the exact same one at number 4. Coming off 3 after, I think it was the day prior, 2 days prior, being selected for player of the season, and then to finish it off with that at the end of the season. I think he almost goes into like Pep's like, you're a mandatory person in my starting lineup now. There are a couple of times where over the last couple of years he was sort of in and out, but I think this year they cemented his spot in that team, I think.
100%. Last year and the year before, he would play one incredible game and then he'll get dropped the next game. Not this year. He's been player of the season.
Also mentioned as well, 23 years old. That's his 6th title. Isn't that unbelievable?
He's huge.
That's unbelievable. Do you think, just quickly, would you move on? Would you try to challenge yourself somewhere else?
No, he's a city boy. He's a Man City boy. Like, he's
Academy,
there.
The whole lot.
Exactly right. Like, you know, I mean, if you were at Liverpool at the age of 18 and you were through the academy and stuff like that, being a Liverpool supporter, you wouldn't want to move.
Yeah, it's true.
If it keeps going the way he's going, you're talking the ultimate trophy. The ultimate trophy is immortality in a statue, right? That's number 1 trophy. You're not going to get better than that trophy, right? For me, that's as an individual accolade, an individual honour, that's the biggest trophy you can ever receive because that is immortality. You only get that by being a legend at a particular club. And to receive that honour, I think he will, if he keeps going the way he is, 100% he'll get one. He'll get a statue.
I think
it's a big call.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a big call. I was just going to
snip it,
I'm telling you, but if he think about it, how good is he already? Like you said, he's still so young. He's won 6 titles. He's killing it. He's unbelievable. But if he keeps going the way he is, like I said, imagine if Gareth Bale stayed at Spurs and done that, what he did that year where he won the PFA Young Player of the Year. If he'd done that every year for 6 years straight and then won trophies at Spurs, stuff like that, 100% guaranteed he's going to be immortalised. Phil Foden, being a kid, City supporter, achieving what he already has, and if he keeps going the way he is, I'm saying now he will be. Absolutely. But I mean, there hasn't. I mean, I can't remember exactly.
Anyway, he's incredible. Statue coming.
Thanks,
James.
Moving on to number 3.
Not now. I'm talking about 50 years' time, mate.
Oh, I'll be dead.
Anyway,
what are we up to?
Number three.
Well, I've actually put Caicedo's halfway goal at number 3. I mean, again, he scored from halfway. Like you said, if it was happened 2 months ago, we'd be saying.
See you later.
We'd be saying if he done that, let's say in a derby, would you put that up the top 3?
I'd say League 2.
100%.
You put it 100%. You put it.
What?
So you're saying he scored it in a derby, right? It'd be probably number 1, right? Or be close to it, yeah. So what you're saying is that the situation, right, or to which the game is in, matters for a goal. Is that what you're saying?
100%.
To some degree.
100% to some degree. So when I say Wayne Rooney's bicycle kick was better than Garnacho's months ago because it was in a Manchester derby, you said to me, it doesn't matter. It
doesn't matter.
Depends what we're judging it on.
The situation.
Doesn't matter.
Judge me which goals are better. Are you kidding me?
Okay, wait.
Number 3, Caicedo versus Bournemouth.
I don't know why you're getting angry for. We all put it in our top 10. I don't know why you're getting angry.
I'm not angry. I'm just saying you all disagree with me that you said that Rooney's wasn't better than Garnacho's, and you're saying, you think it was better because it was the man Gazpacho. You guys are saying you guys only think Rooney's better because it was the Manchester derby. However, you've just said that if Caicedo scores halfway goal in a bigger game, it gets rated better. So
Come back next week. We've got top 10 scissor kicks.
Actually, there was quite a few scissor kicks in there. Wait, just want to touch on halfway goals, right?
Yes.
When Spurs were in the Champions League for the first time, 2010-11 season, Gareth Bale beat half of the fucking Inter Milan team, scored an amazing goal. That didn't win goal. That didn't win goal of the Champions League. The goal from halfway, I can't remember his name, but Stankovic.
The volley.
Yeah, that was incredible. Yeah. I think that's I can't really compare that goal. But that was
on the volley.
Yeah,
you know what? As well was the diving header of the keeper, which made it unbelievable as well. It was like a movie, mate. It just honestly straight to him, perfect.
That was Neuer at Schalke.
Yeah,
that was a great one.
That was a big finish. Anyway, that's my number 3.
Right. Steve, who's your third?
I have gone Mr. Mitoma. Now listen, hear me out. The guy beats 3 players coming off the left wing. You have to run about 40 yards coming off the left wing into the 6-yard box, puts it away. If that is Bukayo Saka, that is goal of the year. Because
you'd mentioned as well, it just happened so early. People just sort of put it in the back end now. You forget about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was an incredible effort. And he got pulled back a couple of times, too quick for a couple of other plays, taps around the goalkeeper. I think that is an outstanding goal. If you cast your mind back a couple of seasons ago when Sonny got goal of the year, he ran 80 yards, but he only had to beat about 2 players. He obviously ran half the distance, but he had to beat about 3 or 4. So not number 1, but definitely up there for one of the goals of the season.
Number 3 is what he's saying.
But you know what? I'll probably say top 3 for that goal.
Okay.
He made it look very easy. Mitoma. Actually, mine's going, you'd mentioned it before, James. I did Elise versus Luton. I think it was a stunner of a strike. Cuts in on his left. And, unbelievable. And you know what? He didn't make the France squad, surprisingly, with the season that he's had. Left him out. You do have a lot of people in his position in that team, but still, he had an unbelievable season.
You think as well for France, though, you'd want him in and around the group.
Something.
Because he's still a young player too, right? Yeah. So you have him in there so he recognises what a big stage tournament the Euros is, what it's like to be in that kind of in that camp, in that group. Doesn't need to play, but being in and around that atmosphere. So in 4 years' time, or in 2 years' time, ready for the next World Cup, or in 4 years' time, ready for the next Euros. He's seasoned, he understands. It's not forward thinking by the French.
No, and it just got lifted now from, is it 24 to a 20-man 6 squad? If you got room, you put him in for sure.
Exactly. You're not going to use 26 players anyway. And I think even if he is your 26th, it's not a bad option as another 26.
No, not at all. You mix it around, you try it maybe in the first group stage or the second group stage game, just something. But
not even.
Not. Yeah. Bigger plans, they reckon. Bigger
questioning Didier Deschamps. You guys know.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. From home, when I'm watching it at 5 a.m., I'll stream it on the TV.
Or at least bring him on.
All right, number 2. Here we go.
Sheffield didn't have much to scream about this year. However, this goal, I believe, was worth screaming. Cameron Archer versus Wolves. Wolves have copped a few good goals.
They did, eh?
Cameron Archer versus Wolves. I don't know if you guys remember, again, another game where it was absolutely pissing down rain. So not very easy to control the ball, but he's made a run from the halfway line as such. The ball's been put in behind.
Yeah.
But I think it makes it unbelievable because he's had to make a snap decision because he had 3 defenders on his ass. He had 3 defenders right on his back. His first touch was garbage, and he's put it a bit to the side, and he's had to make a snap decision to pull a strike out of his ass, and what a strike it was. Under that pressure, the circumstances that Sheffield were fighting in as well, they needed to start winning games to try and fight for relegation. That's big pressure moment for Sheffield, and what a finish it was. So, Cameron Archer, that's my number 2.
I think that's a bit average for a number 2, to be honest.
Oh, please.
Come on.
Please.
Number 2.
Hang on.
Really?
Hang on. If Brennan Johnson scores that, you're putting it number 1.
No, I wouldn't.
No chance.
No way.
Richarlison scored a better goal than that. And I don't have him in there.
Nah, honestly, the
we
vibe at
go.
the stadium, then at Sheffield as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so now we're counting goals on vibes.
James,
Next week,
James,
just top 10 vibe goals.
Listen, I'm not taking away from the goal.
Hey,
I'm not
no,
taking
let's
away
Top
from the
10
goal.
vibe goals. No, let's do it.
Let's just
Number
see what his
one.
number 2 is first. Yeah, let me go. Let me see what it is first.
Yeah,
Come
what
on,
is
go.
number 2?
I did
Go
this to make Adam happy, and he's going to agree with me here. McAllister versus Fulham. As you said, James, bursting onto the scene in December.
Unbelievable.
Incredible knockdown from Raul Jimenez, I believe it is. Look, he's 35 yards out. It's just screaming.
Strike, mate.
Hit it, you
Strike.
fucking animal. And it
Hit
flies
it,
into the
man.
water. Honestly, all season, I've been saying, I'm saying now what my number one is. It's obviously going to be the bicycle kick. I've always been saying McAllister, number 2, just behind that incredible bicycle.
So you only
Unbelievable.
put him number 2 because you've been saying it for the whole year, and you didn't want to go back on your word. That's the only
Yeah,
reason
so
why
we
you
lost
put
him.
him number
That's
2.
it.
It's good.
Yeah, good. You cut out, and I don't want to hear it. But no, nothing has
It
been.
was. And you know what? And
You
any
were cut
person that's had the opportunity of striking a ball like that, best feeling in the world, mate. It was an unbelievable finish. And you know what? Going on to my number 2, you guys
Yeah,
are probably
put your
going to put
hand
number
down.
1.
Put your fucking
Mine
hand down.
is Gazpacho. Scissor kick is my number 2.
Oh.
Shit.
Look,
Wow.
James had mentioned you could compare
Hang
it
on.
to Rooney's, but honestly, it's going in as my number 2. Look, he got up there, ridiculous angle. It was an unbelievable finish. Dallo ball over the top.
I'm sure, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What other goal did Darwin
He's gonna
score
put
this year?
Darwin
Oh, against
number 1.
Newcastle.
Anyway,
a big fan.
Garnacho,
bravo.
Garnacho is my number 2. Oh, we're
Garnacho
moving on
number
to
2.
first place. Here we go.
First place, I actually thought we were going to have him at number 1. I've got him number 1. Gazpacho, v Everton, bicycle, athleticism, the finish. It was fantastic. I mean,
Better
you
than
could try that. Not better than Rooney's, I don't think. I think if you take into consideration all the
What?
Manchester Derby
The vibe?
and Wayne Rooney.
The
The
vibe.
vibe. I actually think Rooney's was aesthetically better looking finish as well.
We're not talking about Rooney. Why are you talking about Rooney?
I know.
No.
Just Rooney.
23-24 season,
That's
mate.
about sure. Number 1, give it to him. Individual goal, fantastic.
Bravo. And you know what?
Good.
It got named goal of the season anyway. So there
Yeah,
you
because
go.
I named it. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so did I. Listen, the ball in from Dallo is the worst ball you'll ever see. A bit like, who is it? Was it Nunny that crossed in for Rooney? Not that we want to talk about Rooney's goal.
deflection.
Yeah.
Why can't you bring it up?
Dallo's goal. Yeah, it's Dallo's goal. Dallo's cross. Garbage as well. Fucking 5 meters behind him. And then he pulls that out of his ass. Incredible. I picked it again. Goal of the season.
Bravo. You know what? You know what mine was?
This will be
You guys
good.
just mentioned it. McAllister against Fulham. That was my number 1. Honestly, just
That's
mate,
not
I don't
number
know.
1.
Just personally, for me, like a goal like that, I'll take it any day of the week over anything else. I thought it was an unbelievable strike. And to be fair, if you bring it in essence of a game, that was a big 4-3 comeback against Fulham. So it was the same thing if you're adding that into it. So for me, I'm putting that as my number 1. Come better.
You know what?
Are we doing a top 5?
Hang
Are we
on.
doing a
Hang
top
on.
5?
Hang on.
This is top 5.
Before we do top 5, at the end of the year, Premier League always get like a ex-player to do goal this season. And 100% it's going to be someone stupid like Michael Owen. And he's going to put that goal in the top 2. Second, because I put it second. I know what he's going to do.
You reckon?
So that'll be, yeah. You can't,
They've got no idea,
you can't
though.
not put Garnacho first. But yeah. But
Can I also make a point
oh,
too?
no,
Hang
here
on.
we go.
You haven't got me for using words like the vibe of the game. Adam just goes the essence.
I said
of the
if.
game.
I said if you're
Yeah,
doing the essence of the
that's
game.
right.
Big
That's
if.
a big
the
word.
essence. And the essence. Because
Yeah.
of the 4-3 win against Fulham. The essence of the game.
He also said
Relax.
dynamic a couple of weeks ago. You want to bring that
Yeah,
up?
dynamic, mate. All right, let's do this top 5. It's going to be tough, I think, but we're going to try our best.
All right. Well, I at number 5, I had Oscar Bob. Goal against
We did.
Newcastle. Hey, you laugh at me. That's a big goal.
It was a big goal.
To be fair,
Technically,
it
was a fantastic goal.
I will. But you know
serious?
what? I think because we raved about it, I think Matome goes into 5.
Okay, I had Caicedo.
Would you put him up higher? I mean, I had Kobe Manu against Wolves, so
No, I think that's out. Good goal.
That's out. So it's good.
Good goal.
That's
Don't get me
out.
wrong.
that's it. All
This is gonna
right,
be
so
tough.
you know, Bob's was good, but is everyone remembering it?
And his
Probably
name's Bob
not.
too.
But that's the thing, right? Again,
Aussie Bob.
is everyone remembering it, right? People are going to remember goals for different reasons. I'm talking footballing wise, technique wise, right? This was fantastic. The dink pass to land it in a 1 by 1 meter square outside the keeper's area. The first touch to keep it within his feet. The presence of mind to then just tap it past the keeper rather than lashing at it, and then to slot it home for the
I hear
winner.
what you're saying. I
You
hear
know
what you're
what was,
saying. I just don't think people put it in the top 5.
Technically,
You know what was fantastic? When you
Brilliant
cut out
goal.
before and we couldn't hear. I don't think that's going in my top 5 or our top 5.
well, you could put it.
What do we have? I had Casado. I had
Yeah,
Casado,
which I have
Phil
high.
Foden.
So,
One at a time. One at a time.
Hang on. Can
One
we
at a
just
time.
have the ones that we had in common in our top 5? Like we had Garnacho.
Okay.
I'll go through my 5. Caicedo, Phil Foden, Mitoma, McAllister, and Gaspacho. Okay? How many of those match up to you and Adam?
Well, we had Foden, Matoma, Garnacho, and McAllister. We've got 4 out of 5 together.
Fuck, we're big players.
And the other one I had with James was Elise.
yes, I'm happy to give Foden the 4 spot for
Well,
Elise instead of Elise.
Okay. All right. So we'll come back to do
Look,
5th then. So it's easier if you work up
put it
from
this
4th
way.
up.
No. Number 1, we're going to put Garnacho.
Oh, Adam might say no. Though.
Yeah. Well, you guys 2 for 1. Here you go.
Because you
100%.
you two would want
Yeah. 100%.
McAllister 2, right?
All right.
So there's your
Garnacho's
1
1.
and 2. Number 3, I've got Caicedo.
Okay. I had Mitoma.
I had Matoma as well.
Were you saying
didn't have
Casado
Matoma. I didn't-
4 and
I didn't have
Foden
Matoma
5?
as 3, but I'm going to put 3 in Matoma.
I mean, Matoma's goal was good.
Oh my god.
No, you can't. You can't. It's
It was
better than
incredible.
Yeah, it's so 4 is then Foden. So now the only is 5th spot. Who's 5th spot? Do you put
We've
Elise's goal?
We had Elise, Casado.
No,
what else
I'd
did you guys have?
rather Oscar Bob than Elise's. Even though I had Elise number 4,
This guy loves Bob.
looking back now, I'm just thinking about the goal as well. I'm just thinking the team play as well, rather than the individual aspect of it. The essence.
Do we vote him out here, Steve, or do we just let him have one?
Tell
Do what
him
you
6.
want. I don't care.
Yeah,
Do
Bob
what you want.
6.
Yeah, Bob's just on the
If you
outside,
want.
the outside of the Bobs.
It's sort of the Bob.
Or do you do Caicedo or do you put Elise as 5?
Oh, I'd put Caicedo.
Yeah, you're gonna remember Caicedo's goal. I think.
100%.
Yeah. All right. So there you go.
All right, did you write that
Caicedo
down?
Top 5. That was easier than I thought.
Did you write that down?
Hang on, so Caicedo 5, who was 4?
All right, Foden. West Ham.
Matoma
You had
3.
Matoma 3, McAllister 2nd, and Garnacho.
Do you guys just want to mention
One.
that was exactly my top 5? Or
Was it?
thanks for coming. Thanks
Oh.
for coming.
I'm not
How
happy
good
with
was that?
it.
How
But
good
what?
was that segment?
Get
How
happy.
good was that segment? How good was that?
and
And those, you know what? That's the coach's son's top 5 goals. Top 5.
you'll see another 5
Um,
on the weekend. Come down.
Yeah. We'll see. But we might go into a little bit of a in-depth of a season recap, but we did a quick one at the beginning of this episode. But that is predominantly season done. We have the Euros to come up and look forward to. We have some exciting interviews coming up, lined up. We're going to make it happen. I know how much everyone enjoys those interviews in depth, which has been really good. So thanks for the support on that recently. Anything you guys want to mention?
If you want us to review anything, let us know. Get in touch. Come and say hello. We can do your very own top 10, top 5, whatever you want. Get in touch. Thanks for coming.
We might have a fan episode. What do you reckon? We get one person on.
Oh, it's too many.
That promotion of that.
How
But also, I mean, the transfer window is going to be opening up soon as well. So there's going to be some big transfer news we're going to be talking about. So keep an eye out. We're not going anywhere.
Fabrizio's a big fan. Maybe we can get him on.
He is a big fan. He is.
Anyway, I think...
All right, gents. Let's wrap it up here. That is episode 26 of the Coach's Son podcast. That is your top 10 goals of this EPL's 23-24 season. Still got plenty more to come, even though the season is done. Plenty more from the Coach's Son.
This was not meant to happen. This could not happen.